Ah, the Caribbean, a lush and untamed land, my new home. Beautiful and full of promise. A new beginning, far from the politics of the old world. A chance to start fresh and do things my way. I'm tired of the musty weather and rigid thinking back home. I need a change. I was appointed governor of this island. Not that anyone else wanted the job anyway. My unique approach to government will make this colony the most prosperous in the Caribbean. How hard can it be? You just need some planks, a few nails, and a trusty advisor to shout at.
Welcome to the Caribbean, Governor. Allow me to introduce myself, Lord Oaksworth, His Majesty's emissary to the region. His Majesty needs money to build a new underwater palace. He wants you to begin growing money. I mean, one of those crops that make heaps of cash.
Yeah?
Greetings, old chap. Have I got a deal for you today? As Crown Representative, I can offer you your very own trading license. His Royal Majesty has instructed me to present you with this letter of commendation for your achievements in the name of the Empire.
Technological progress is the path to autonomy, Governor. We need more scientists to think important thoughts and discover new stuff.
We are the shadows that move the world. We rule in secret. We are the salvation of mankind. We are the order, and you will be one of us.
His Majesty has commissioned the finest architects to design his new underwater home. We need your cash crops to pay for them.
Being able to stand on your own is a virtue I personally cherish. Self-sufficiency should be every country's goal. The burden of ruling twists our perception of humanity. To us, people are just a resource that has to be managed properly. I understand you are still struggling with trivial things like money. I will aid you this time, but remember, I offer my help only once.
Freedom will never simply be given to us. We must take it by force. We need...
Great news! While searching through the crates of colony supplies, we found a sickle. Now we have something that goes perfectly with our hammers. This will boost production sky high. I can almost see the glorious future.
I see the houses are ready. Unfortunately, the islands of Puerto Coco and Isla Rojo have kidnapped the managers intended for you.
I say, being a crown colony is a kind of competition, one you are losing, old chap. The colonies of Puerto Coco and Isla Rojo are beating you badly. His Royal Majesty has instructed me to present you with this letter of commendation for your achievements in the name of the Empire.
Someone stole my manuscript and published it under a pseudonym. It was an autobiographical story about two men on a mountain who want to form deep male bonds. They even stole the surrealistic chapter where fairies prance under a rainbow. The circumstances behind the theft are very queer.
Presidente, as you know, it is your will alone that keeps Tropico together. Without you, the entire island would crumble to dust and be lost forever.
As the heir was born, all animals became quiet. A light shone through the skies, and La Chupacabra herself went to the crib and bowed to the infant. At least, that is what we will write in the history books.
The voice in my head.
Did you know that there are treasures buried on our island? We should investigate.
While His Majesty finds your island's backwardness most amusing, he is now worried that it will hinder his great plan. His Royal Majesty has instructed me to present you with this letter of commendation for your achievements in the name of the Empire.
Thanks to your efforts, the revolutionary movement is growing stronger.
Our research team, that is to say me, discovered the shovel 40 times. If I find out who put it there, I will kill him. Anyway.
His Majesty personally inspected several reports from your colony and discovered a major oversight in your designs. His Royal Majesty has instructed me to present you with this letter of commendation for your achievements in the name of the Empire.
Thanks to your efforts, the revolutionary movement is growing stronger.
Great news! We found out how to use the muskets the Crown sent us. Apparently, all you have to do is pull the trigger. Our research was seriously hindered until we discovered you should not look into the barrel when pulling the trigger. We lost a lot of good men that way.
Looks like the buried treasures I was told about were actually natural treasures. Still, any kind of treasure is better than no treasure. Our miners stumbled upon an oddly shaped ore nugget. Do you know, if you squint your eyes and tilt your head slightly to the right, it almost looks like...
Disaster! The revolutionaries are demanding that you insult the king! The best way to insult the king would be to seduce his queen. That is obvious.
Unfortunately, your gift did not make it to the Queen. It was lost in the humongous pile of gifts from her other suitors. This means you are disqualified as her would-be seducer. Construction of His Majesty's underwater palace has begun. The Crown requires a great many tons of your crops to help pay for this massive project. Things do not look well for you, old chap. His Majesty is extremely displeased with you and has decided to punish you as an example to the other colonies. The sea is too crowded. It is full of lost cities, rich American industrialists, and sleeping alien gods. His Majesty has no desire to mingle with such things. I am afraid that your colony is still doing rather poorly compared to your neighbors, Puerto Coco and Isla Rojo. His Majesty is not pleased.
I sat with 3 other members of the research team. Suddenly, it dawned on us. We're 4 men. You get it? 4 men?
Our soldiers may be few in number, but the fire of the revolution burns in their hearts. We need more brave men and women like them. Our soldiers may be few in number. I've come to dislike mining. It is a messy process that pollutes our beautiful island. However, the revolution demands sacrifices, even from Mother Earth.
We just discovered the number of times you need to get hit by a plank to actually discover something. It is around 7, depending on the plank in question. We call this the Planck constant. I am sure it will become very important one day.
Many people.
Thanks to your efforts, the revolutionary movement is growing stronger.
His Majesty is furious. He has just learned that you've begun mustering a sizable army, yet you don't have a Major General. Appoint one immediately.
Presidente, after suffering 1,000 paper cuts, we have invented paper. It has print on it, where there will be a summary of important affairs, interviews with important Tropicans, and a page with political editorials. This will give a voice to every Tropican. Also, going to the little Presidente's room will be much more comfortable from now on.
Thanks to your efforts, the revolutionary movement is growing stronger. Governor, I have made contact with a certain group of not-so-reputable sailors who would gladly pay extra for our goods. The Tropican soldier is brave. The Tropican soldier is proud. The Tropican soldier is ready to die for our homeland. The Tropican soldier's shooting skills leave much to be desired.
We have invented red tape. It goes well with everything, and there is no limit to this stuff. People are going crazy over it. Lines are forming to get more of it. It almost seems like it is trying to grow bigger and bigger, all on its own. Eh?
Hola!
His most gracious Majesty has dispatched your replacement, but he somehow managed to get himself kidnapped by vicious pirates along the way. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing they can prove, at least.
We, the leaders of the Tropican nation, in our desire to put into words the will of the Tropican people to follow and obey the laws of the state and maintain the traditional universal Tropican values of liberty, peace, love, understanding, siesta, and hidden Swiss bank accounts, do hereby sign the first legitimate constitution of Tropico.
Governor, I have made
We are the shadows that move the world.
Governor, I have made
We are the shadows that move the world. We rule in secret. We are the salvation of mankind. We are the order, and you will be one of us.